Yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when and where you are listening to this. This is Coffee with Kevin. Yes, and I am Kevin. And this is my coffee this morning. I am truly blessed. Blessed to be here for almost 6 years doing this every week. Almost 6 full years. It'll be 6 years in December. So we're getting close. We're getting close. Today I'm a two-fisted drinker, by the way. I love my coffee. So I'm Kevin Martin. I am the hypnotherapist, the mindset coach, the author, basically the personal development guru. And this is my coffee, but this is my other coffee. I got a new cup I wanted to show you. Chase your dreams. Yes, two-fisted, chase your dreams. We got little cheetahs there who are the fastest chasers in all the animal kingdom. And you know what? They can go fast. And sometimes we like to go off fast to our dreams. And sometimes we need to really take a minute and slow down and become, so we can become the people we want to be. We don't get there like that all the time. There are some people out there that get there like that, like a cheetah can get you. But maybe not all of us. Maybe not all of us. Wow. So today, my theme is blessed. And some of us are blessed to have chased our dreams and gotten our dreams. And some of us are blessed to realize we can chase our dreams. And you can. If you're not, you can. Figure out what your dream is. Figure out what you want to do in life. I had to do a lot of soul searching and figure that out and come up with my purpose, my mission in life. And we can talk about that a little later or some other time. But today I want to talk, it's September 9th. September again. We're in the 9th month. We're in the 9th day of the 9th month. Unbelievable. 9925. It's too bad it wasn't like 9909. Well, we did that many years ago, didn't we? I hope you are enjoying your delicious cup of whatever this morning. Cup of hot coffee, hot tea, ice water, smoothie, even lemonade. I got lemonade over to the left of me too. I've got all these drinks, 2 coffees, a lemonade, and a bunch of wasabi peas, which I'm not touching yet this morning. All right. Well, how are you all out there today on this September 9th? What does this September 9th bring us? Let me tell you what it brings us. I'm looking over to the side. We got birthdays today, and it's not mine. Mine is in September, but September 9th is not it. It is Michael Bublé. I love saying that word, Bublé. Michael Bublé's birthday today. He's turning 50. Can you believe that? Adam Sandler, who just came out with his latest movie not too long ago, his golfing movie. He turned 59 today. Hugh Grant, 65. And Otis Redding. Otis Redding is no longer with us, but he was a music powerhouse, wasn't he? Other birthdays, maybe not so much celebrities. Oh, this guy's a celebrity to me. Born on this day was Colonel Sanders of Kentucky Fried Chicken. Yes, the original Colonel Sanders. In 1890, he was born. So 2 centuries ago. And let's see, Leo Tolstoy, if any of you read classic literature, he was born on this day too. What else happened on this day? Some really big events happened on this day. 1956, Elvis Presley first appeared on the Ed Sullivan Show. That's when the Ed Sullivan had to change with the times. All these orchestras, all these other things, the other types of music. He had to start getting a little bit of rock and roll, a little bit with sexiness on the stage. Also in 1971, on this day, Apple Records released John Lennon. Apple, by the way, Apple Records has nothing to do with Apple computers. People might think that today, but Apple Records were around in the 60s for the Beatles. I think the Beatles were maybe their first or their biggest representation. So it is a big day today. On this day, there were battles and stuff like that, and I'm not seeing anything else to make note of. I hate, talking about battles, because battles is where people died, and I hate talking about these negative events. But sometimes it is good to know these negative events. In another 2 days, when it's 9/11, there's the biggest negative type of event that has happened in my generation, and probably all the history of the United States, as a single event. The biggest negative one. So, yeah, we need to remember those things, and we need to learn from them, so that that doesn't happen again. But I do not like to bring up too many negative things, especially when we're in a very positive mood. Now, today is about being blessed. About being blessed. This is this coffee mug, not my Chase Your Dreams. I'm a double-fisted coffee drinker today. See, two hands, two fists. Today's about being blessed, because I felt that I've been blessed by actually learning grammar. Hey, good morning, Brenda. I felt that I've been blessed as of lately. A lot of good things are happening. I've had a lot of good times, a lot of good experiences, just a little good experiences. When I say little good, that doesn't sound good either. Just as small experiences that are good, that you actually appreciate. And when you're blessed, the appreciation, the gratitude is very important. So just those little events will can help you to have much more of those events. So you appreciate the small things. And I've been seeing and experiencing a lot of small things. I've been having some great talks with some great people. I had a one-on-one in my networking world with this woman who helps feed the homeless. And her story was fantastic. Her original charity, her original mission was started with breast cancer, because her best friend came down with breast cancer. And then they had walks, and then they started to raise money for other things as well. And her best friend passed away of breast cancer, but asked her to continue the mission, continue the charities, to do good. And now, today, she is helping hundreds, if not thousands, of homeless throughout the Tampa area. And, it's just an incredible story. I love that story. It hit me in the heart. And it was a great experience. I feel blessed to have met this lady. I feel blessed to have the ability to have talked to her. It was really, really wonderful. So we're talking about being blessed today. And you may say, well, I'm not blessed. I'm upside down on my bills. I'm stressed all the time. Well, if you have the ability to have bills in the first place, there are some people that don't, because they're out on the street, they're homeless, or they're sick, and they don't worry about those things because they have to worry about their health, and they're very, very sick. You can feel blessed that you can actually have the chance to worry about bills. We all can, when we step outside of ourselves and look at ourselves from that point of view, when we look at ourselves from that point of view, we find that we are blessed. It reminds me of a story I used to tell when I was doing sales training, of this one guy. He's so upset. Finds out from his boss that the big sale that he thought he had isn't coming in this quarter. It may not come in, or it may come in next, but there was a huge commission. A huge commission he was depending on. He wanted to pay some bills. He was going to actually build something something in the house for his wife, and he already had put the money down on that. And they had all sorts of plans. He was so distraught when he left. He says, "What am I going to do? I am going to, not only can't I do this, and I've already spent the money on this, I've actually don't have enough money for this and that." And he says, my wife's going to really be upset. I'm going to be upset. We're going to go upside down on our bills for a bit because we really depended on this. And he started getting depressed. And he went into a local bar. And at the local bar, he found an old friend, another salesperson that he had seen for many years. He said, "Bill, how you doing?" Bill says, "Not so good." He said, "What do you mean?" He says, "Well, things have really been going terrible in my life. And I lost my wife and my family because of all the problems with my work. And I spent too much time there, and I wasn't spending enough time with them. I lost my job. And along with that, I had several lawsuits, and I just about lost everything. I have to park the car around two blocks so it doesn't get repossessed. Anytime now, the bank is going to foreclose on the building that I'm in. I don't know where I'm going to be in a month from now. I'll probably be on the street." And he looked at his friend Bill. He said, "Well, my problems aren't that bad." Sometimes when we compare ourselves to others, and I hate asking people to compare yourself to others, but when you compare yourself to how bad off others are, it's a natural human tendency to feel better about yourself because you realize that you're much more blessed than that other person seems to be. So sometimes, we are so stuck in the weeds of our own life, and we're all about us, and we say, "Okay, we live a terrible life." Sometimes we miss the fact that we are blessed. We truly are blessed sometimes. So let's look at what we have. By the way, the back scenery. I live in Tampa now. These trees, and I have them in my yard. These beaches, I have them 15 minutes away, and a variety of them to choose from. And these beaches we can go to all year round. So I truly am blessed. I truly am blessed. I had a little bit to do with moving down here. I made the decision, but I'm truly blessed that I can be here, and that we do live here. Okay. Now, today was also a couple of national days too. Believe it or not, it's National Teddy Bear Day. Yeah. And it's National Share Your Care Bears Day. So two bear things, right? So it's let's see, there was one other, or actually two other ones. National Wiener Schnitzel Day. If you've never had Wiener Schnitzel, maybe it's a day to go out, find a little German restaurant, and try it. And it's also the National Ants on the Log, which is another food item, which with celery and cheese and raisins that look like ants. So, with the ants on the log, and that Care Beers and stuff like that, I chose this as for the themes today. And it's a wonderful thing. And it also has to do with gratitude. Sometimes the smallest things take up the most room in your heart. And you want sometimes the smallest things to take up the most room in your heart. You want to feel blessed. You want to feel so good. So if a teddy bear makes you smile, let it. Don't be embarrassed about it. If a Care Bear makes you feel warm inside, or if looking at ants on a log just makes you giggle, that's okay. Our next one. When I started counting my blessings, my whole life turned around. Willie Nelson, a performer who I've seen in person at least 2 times, maybe 3. I followed it a lot. Incredible, well, no matter what you think about him, incredible musician. And he's had a really tough life. Some of it's of his own doing, some of it's not. When I started counting my blessings, my whole life turned around. And that's what I was saying earlier, even though it's the smallest things, when you start looking and appreciating even the smallest things as blessings, you're going to start seeing many more of them, feeling many more of them. And your whole life will turn around. What seems to us bitter trials are often blessings in disguise. Oscar Wilde. What seems to us bitter trials, and this is the thing. This is the silver lining in any problems. Sometimes and very often, there are blessings wrapped up in these trials, in these things, that these problems that we have. We have to look for them. We have to believe that they're there. We'll find them. Gratitude lifts our eyes off of the things we lack so we might see the blessings we possess. Gratitude lifts our eyes off the things that we lack so that we might see the blessings. So I just looked at this and I said, okay, gratitude lifts our eyes. Instead of looking down and thinking, oh, woe is me. Gratitude, when you start to think about it, it lifts our eyes and allows us to see the blessings. And the last one for today, a grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. A grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. It reminds me of another quote that I'm not going to show you, but I'm going to tell you. The more we are grateful, the more we are grateful for the things we have, the more we'll get to be grateful for. So, yeah, it's a magnet. Sometimes we're so wrapped up in what we don't have and what problems we're having, we don't have a grateful heart for anything. And yet there are things in our life that we're grateful for, but sometimes we're so wrapped up in the other stuff, we forget about the things that we're grateful for, the people that are closest to us, people that are trying to help us. Sometimes the people we're pushing away, but they want to be there for us. We have to have the gratitude for them, because that grateful heart is a magnet for miracles, and those miracles are there. I've seen them. I know lots of people who have seen them when they have that gratitude. All right. Until next week. This has been fantastic. A great subject, a great topic for you. I hope you love this. If you do like this, please comment, like, and share. All right. All right, all. If you ever want to reach out to me, my website is www.pawseffects. That's not P-A-W-S. It's not like a paw of a cat or a leopard. It is paws for positive, POSEFFECTS.com, pawseffects.com. You can reach me there. There's a contact form in the very center of the first page. You can reach out. I'd love to hear from you. You could also reach me you could DM me on Facebook or on, look for Kevin Martin Tampa A lot of Kevin Martins out there, by the way. Kevin Martin, hypnotist, kind of works too. But I found out there's several Kevin Martin hypnotists as well. Or you can reach me on LinkedIn, Kevin Martin, Positive Effects. All right, all. You take care. Have yourself an incredibly fantastic week. And you know that you're in charge of that. You are responsible for making the choice to feel that good. Take care. Bye.